Leo Garibaldi with a very poor start as Eric O'Connor picks up the pace, and we are underway from Imola.
Green flag.
Let's see if the field can make it through cleanly. Eric's still out in the lead from Sam Blackwood, and then we got Leo Garibaldi losing a spot off the line in third. Then we got Sam Moyle making a move, and there's a car off the track actually. That is Joseph Harker. He had an issue at Fuji too, and he's lost his rear wing, so he will have to come into the pits for repairs. As we got another car off, that's a 17, sorry, of Tobias Nara. Let's pay close attention, maybe some contact between these two. Oh, actually, I think it is Sam Moyle. And yes, it was. So that's what caused the damage for Joseph Harker on the opening lap of the race. Seb Alexander going side by side here with Brandon Robinson. Seb going up the inside here for the first Rivazza, and he makes his way up into P9. Got Sam Moyle and Seb Alexander both up 2 spots. So is Joshua Tucker. Well, I was about to say Ricardo Manuel Gonçalo, but he lost a spot to Tobias Nara, who is now up into 14. Sorry, there he is in that 17. As he locks the rears, goes for a half spin, collects the car though. He might have some under tray damage, but other than that, great save. Completely destroyed front end of the car. Let's see if we can find what happened to him. This is the one before, so let's go a little bit further here. Out of the first chicane, clips the curb and again loses the car and slides right into the tire barrier. As Sam Blackwood is slipping down the order. There he is, he's just gone off. Got some slight rear wing damage, maybe some contact, I don't know. Ah yeah, definitely some contact there because the left rear is damaged. With Leo Garibaldi into turn 2, and Sam just slides off to the right. I'm not sure if there was contact, it didn't look like it from that angle. Maybe some netcode involved, but the SMS Racing drive is through anyway into second and third now. And yeah, definitely some contact there with the left front on the right rear of Sam Blackwood, and that sends Sam into the wall. Going into Rivazza here. Downhill on the outside, and Gonçalo not really putting up a huge fight. So through turn 1, clips the curb on the inside and spins into the gravel. That's what happened to Seb Alexander. Into the Alta chicane. Watch Leo get a good run here, gets great traction off those curbs. And he will already be alongside even before the braking zone, and I think Seb Alexander knows it. He will let him by here. Probably, actually no, he will fight for it. Goes late on the brakes, keeps the position. Oh, actually he doesn't. That was Leo Garibaldi going up the inside. I got confused by the blue on both of those cars. I apologize, but Leo Garibaldi on the inside then gets by into P11. Alright, leader is in. Will Lyon gonna stay out one more lap. Let's see if the under or overcut will be more powerful here today. There they are, the SMS Racing boys in. Both going to the reds, I believe it is. And Matthew going to the reds as well, so yes, I was correct. Let's see what Sam Moyle will do on this lap. And Sam actually going another lap longer, so he's one of those cars that saved the fuel. Again, it will not be possible to make this a one-stop, or at least I don't think it will be. It would certainly be very impressive. We saw Jesper Urman do it last week, going 80 laps on the final fuel tank. Oh, Joshua Tucker's heading off. There he just lost it on the cold tires. Like I said, the pressure's not up yet on those reds. And he will come into the pits to repair the car, but his day will probably be done. Very difficult to turn the car, by the way, with only one side of the suspension working. But let's see what happened to Tucker then. I think he lost it on the curbs here on the entry to the second part of Villeneuve, and yes, the car just took off and slid right into the tire barriers and lost the front wing on the car. So unfortunate mistake for Joshua Tucker, as he will try to limp his car into the pits, but Sam Moyle is in that pits right now. 11.5 seconds, very slow stop. Maybe some damage repairs. Usually it's around an 8 or 9 second pit stop for tires and fuel. But in that entire pit sequence, Eric O'Connor lost 1.7 seconds now to Will Lyon. So Will with the undercut gains almost 2 seconds, and now Will can do what he likes doing. Control the race and just go fast, which of course we know that he likes to do. A little bit of lap traffic in the way of Seb Alexander. He will move out of the way. A move for position. Sam Moyle trying to hold off Cesar Cabral, but he's got the inside. He will outbrake Sam and take the position into P9. As Gonçalo has had another incident, lost it out of Tosa. And we saw it in the warm-up session as well. It's very easy to lose the rear end of the car there. The car wants to pick up some wheel spin there, as the rear end of the car will be really light as it goes uphill. Will Brendan Robinson and Cesar Cabral going side by side into Alta, as Robinson just about makes the corner, but Cesar Cabral gets by into 6th. On the inside there, great move. Robinson gonna try to defend the inside now. Sam Moll having a look. Robinson goes a little bit wide there, but he will get a good exit now because the track is wider for him now. As Sam Moll picks up the draft. Let's see what he can do on the push to pass. Down the main straight. We'll pull to the inside there as we are approaching 300 kilometers per hour. And he will make that move stick and move up into P7, Sam Moll is. As he will now try to chase down the small gap between himself and Cesar Cabral. As Sam gets a really bad run out of the final corner now, so Robinson gonna come back in the same place that he just lost this spot a lap ago. Gonna pull the same move to the inside of turn 2. Let's see who will be the latest of the two breakers here, as Robinson locks the inside front but makes up that spot again. Back up into P7. Oh, Robinson's in again. Did he get a speeding penalty? I think he did. Now, is this a regular drive-through? Yes, it is a drive-through, so probably sped into the pits. And he will lose precious positions and lap time here in this. He was running in P5 for a moment when those pit cycles were happening. He is now all the way down in 11th behind Seb Alexander. P9 should still be possible, as Eric O'Connor now also in. As Will Lyon with that huge undercut. Oh man, he's gonna gain so much time. That's 4 seconds gained in 2 laps of being an undercut on Will Lyon's side. So that's a great pit out for Will Lyon. He has a huge lead now, 7.2 seconds over Eric O'Connor. As we go back to Cesar Cabral and Connie Nassau now, Connie is still on the cold tires. Does have a look to the inside, but decides very wisely to not go for it there, as Cabral gets a really poor run through Villeneuve into Tosa. Let's see if Connie can get a good run here. Gets great traction here. Surprised to see it on the cold tires, but he is right there. Gonna catch right up to the gearbox of Cesar's car to go downhill into Voppzy. Let's see if Connie will go for it. Nope. Did think about it probably, but Cesar blocked that line off, again driving in the middle of the track. That's been his go-to defensive maneuver, as Connie is now on the push to pass. Down the main straight. Looking from the rear wing now of Cesar Cabral. Goes to the inside now to defend. Connie on the outside now, gonna try to make it work on the outside and he pulls it off as well. Connie Nassau into P6. Great move there to get by Cesar Cabral. That was epic. Of course, had the racing line, had the better grip, but had the longer distance to do it, but still pulled it off. There it is. Later on the brakes, and Cesar can't do anything because Connie is on the outside when they turn in, so you have to leave space. And Connie can now try to close the gap to Jesper Ehrman. Only 9 seconds with 8 laps to go. The pace at the moment for Nassau is very solid. The gap now down to 8 seconds for those two. 7 seconds even. Well, 7 and a bit it is. So I don't think the top 5 is impossible for Nassau right now, as he pulls away from Cesar Cabral. And the gap now up to 13 seconds. 14.4 seconds. Surely something is wrong with Eric O'Connor, and he's missing a piece of front wing. And that is a lapped car in front, and I don't think he will be too happy with that, to put it lightly. Oh, Brendan Robinson spun around. Difficult to tell where it is exactly. It might be out of the final corner. Yes, it is. So Seb Alexander moves by into P10. Yeah, just on the throttle, lost it. Realistically, this will be his final opportunity to go for it on the push to pass, both of them. And Matthew with a huge run in the draft, gonna go to the outside line. Will he be able to pull it off? Into turn 1? No! Eric O'Connor holds on to P2. Matthew gonna try to do the crossover now. Eric's gonna try to cover it to the inside now. A bit of contact between the two. Matthew not close enough, and he tries to make it to the inside, but he is not able to, as these two, oh so close. Eric again losing time on the corner exit, but he has to back it up, has to park the car on the apex to have any shot at holding on to the position, and does a great job doing that so far, as we are into the final part of this race, as Eric O'Connor and Matthew Levine make contact. The two collide, as this might be a podium for Jesper Uhrmann if these two do not get it together until the end, but Matthew Levine through the grass and the gravel will take P2. And Eric O'Connor has it towed to the pits, so Jesper Uhrmann will go to the podium. But the final 2 corners for Will Lyon, with all the chaos behind, he will exit the final corner and he will go to victory lane again for the 2nd time this season. Will Lyon wins the race. Started 4th, wins 29 seconds clear of teammate Matthew Levine. In controversial circumstances, finishes 2nd. But Jesper Uhrmann runs off the podium, a minute behind the winner. Conny Naslund, Sam Moll ran off the top 5. Then we got Cesar Gabriel, Leo Garibaldi, Christian Flaker, Seb Alexander and Eric O'Connor. Still finishes 10th, but he will not be happy at all with Matthew Levine there.